Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Josh, and I'll be facilitating the college fair today. Welcome so much to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. We're so glad that you're joining us. I have just a couple of announcements before we get started. You're going to hear from six universities this morning, and as they're presenting, you're welcome. In fact, I encourage you to use the question and answer function. You'll see a Q&A button on your screen. You can just go ahead and click that, type a question at any time. And your question doesn't have to be only for the university that's presenting at that time. You can ask questions of any of the universities as we go, and they'll be able to respond to you as quickly as they can. Your camera and your microphone are turned off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. So really the only way to interact with them is through the Q&A button, which I really encourage you to do. This is just one of a number of presentations that are happening this morning, so you're welcome to sign up for additional sessions. Also, know that this presentation is being recorded. And it'll be available in about a week at the same website where you registered, as are all of the other sessions. So if there's another university presenting at the same time right now and you're missing them, you can always come back and watch their presentation later. So I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, which is Bailey from Schreiner University.
Hi guys, I'm going to start screen sharing and we'll get along with this presentation so that way we can get going. And share. Okay guys, welcome to Schreiner University. My name is Bailey. I am a recent Schreiner grad, and I am here to give you a really quick, only have about 6 minutes, crash course about Schreiner. So we are a small private university in Kerrville, Texas. We were established in 1923, and we are a four-year university. So we do offer over 40 majors and programs. We have majors, minors, and pre-professional programs. So like pre-occupational therapy, pre-dentistry, things like that. So you can go on to school further. And we do have a very small campus. So it's only about 1,400 students, and our professor to student ratio is about 1 to 13. So you have really small classes, hands-on learning, and easy access to your professors. So why Schreiner? Me being a recent grad from here, I learned that we have locked-in tuition. So this was a really big selling point for me, but locked-in tuition means it will stay the same all 4 years you are at Schreiner. So we have our fall 2020-2021 price was about $31,000, but don't let that number scare you. So whatever that price you pay your freshman year is what you will continue to pay the rest of your 4 years. Other universities like to higher or lower the price of tuition depending on enrollment. Here at Schreiner, we really don't like to add any extra costs when you come in or at any of the other years you are here. So speaking of our fall 2021 tuition, we do offer merit scholarships. So since we are a small private liberal arts university, we do offer merit scholarships. We do not offer athletic scholarships, and I'll get to that in a minute, but we are waiving SAT, ACT scores for our application process this year, much like many other universities are. But how to get merit scholarships is based on how you fill out our application. So our application consists of a extracurricular and involvement section. So you will fill out anything regarding to employment, leadership positions, internal or external awards and recognitions, and any participation in clubs and organizations. That way we can really look at the student holistically. We don't think you're just a walking, talking test score, so we want to see everything you're involved in high school and really get a feel of how you will be successful here at Schreiner. So what we do in our admissions process is take everything you've been involved in and use a point system. And that's how your merit scholarship is decided. So another why Schreiner, we have inclusive tuition. So this whole big long list of why you should come here and why tuition is inclusive. We have textbooks, parking. Textbooks is a really big deal. You don't have to scour the internet high and low for your textbooks each semester. It's a really big time saving during the summer and during Christmas break. You're not trying to find that correct edition or author of a textbook. You just turn in your classes you're registered for, walk to the library when classes are about to start, and they hand you a big box of textbooks and you're good to go. Parking, other universities really give you the right to park in a parking lot. That doesn't mean you'll get a spot. Here at Schreiner, you get a parking pass included in tuition, and there's enough parking because we are a small university. So, and then this whole other long list, fitness center, counseling services, job research resources, career planning, tutoring. Tutoring is a really big one. Going off of tutoring, we also have our learning support services. So that helps with students with any 504 and dyslexia things. You can get free tutoring, you can get extra time on tests, things like that. So at the end, I have a QR code and my information. So that way you can take down my information and ask me questions about that at a later time. So on to the admissions process. So apply at schreiner.edu. We really encourage you to apply at schreiner.edu because the Apply Texas one goes straight to Apply Texas and then comes to us. The quicker we get your application, the faster we can award you your merit scholarship and accept you. You can self-report your GPA. So that goes along the same lines of getting your GPA from your high school. It does not have to be an official transcript. So we do allow that because the quicker you can get it into us, the quicker we can accept you. We know that SAT, ACT scores are very hard to take. It's really hard to take them right now due to COVID-19. So we are waiving them. If you have taken them, they will not go unnoticed. They do add into your merit scholarship. And it's important to complete the extracurricular and involvement section because that is the part that goes to merit again. So fill that out to the fullest extent. And then pay your application fee. You can contact me and I can probably get you a application fee waiver. So feel free to contact me if you're looking into applying. Lastly, things we have on campus. Just some things to get involved, show you a little hint of what we have here. So we do have a lot of events going on campus. We are a small town, so a lot of people like to ask, what is there to actually do in Kerrville? So we have a lot of RA events, student events, sororities and fraternities. Intramural sports are very popular, student activities board. We have a trailhead on campus along the river, and free athletic events. Free athletic events is a big thing. You're not paying for a pass or anything. You just simply show your Schreiner ID and you're good to go. Lastly, I'd really like to touch on athletics because about 60% of our campus are athletes. So we are NCAA D3 athletic affiliated. So men's and women's basketball, men's and women's tennis, baseball, softball, volleyball, track and field, men's and women's golf, and cross country. We also have varsity program. Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
You're good.
Bailey, sorry to interrupt. We're just out of time.
Oh, you're good.
Moving on to Brian from Texas Lutheran University.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brian with Texas Lutheran University. We get our screen share going. Okay, Texas Lutheran University is located over here in Seguin, Texas, just east of San Antonio, and in between Houston and San Antonio, right on I-10, where our campus is about a mile or so off of I-10. We're a private four-year university affiliated with the Lutheran Church, but we're very welcoming and opening to all people of different faiths and beliefs. We're about 1,400 students. Over 95% receive financial aid, and your average class size is going to be 19 to 20. 60% of our students live on campus, and about 90% of first-year students live on campus. We were founded in Brenham, which is where Bluebell is made, and we moved over to Seguin in 1912, but we did not bring the ice cream factory, unfortunately. But that's okay, you can still get Bluebell here. We have 27 majors, 37 minors, 4 graduate programs, and 9 pre-professional health programs. The 3 of our 4 graduate programs are concurrent programs where you have the ability to graduate with both a bachelor's and master's in 5 years. So these are really solid programs and provide a great opportunity. Here is a list of our majors. Our more popular majors would be the ones highlighted in bold: biology, business, education, kines, and psychology. And here's a list of our pre-professional health programs. Our nursing program is the newest and growing very quickly. We have study abroad programs, and we have our students travel all over the world. And there's the traditional type of study abroad where you go for an entire semester, our most popular being in Harlexton College in England. And then we also have different programs that are led by professors that can last about 2 or 3 weeks. Some of those go to Central America, South America, and there's a lot of different programs that run through our study abroad. There's a lot of really neat and unique experiences. Getting involved in campus, there's a lot to do here, despite being a small school. If you're into performing arts, we have additional scholarships available for those of us that are in theater, orchestra, choir. You can get up to $5,000 if you are a major in dramatic media or music, and you can get $3,000 if you're a non-major just for participating. Of course, you have to audition, so it's not just anybody gets in, but it's a really unique opportunity to get additional scholarship money and possibly even major in something outside of music, which might be your passion. Over 100 different organizations on campus, from professional to sorority, fraternity, campus ministries, honor societies. There's really a lot to do, and the great thing about our campus is it's very welcoming and encouraging of all things. So if you have a club that you want to start, you can certainly do that. And we have clubs that begin and end all the time. Here's a map of where we're located. This map is not to scale, so you get the kind of the idea. Things to do in Seguin. So Seguin is a small town itself, but it's very closely situated, about 30 minutes from downtown San Antonio, about 10 minutes from New Braunfels, about 30 minutes from San Marcos, which is where Texas State is, and about an hour from downtown Austin. So there is a lot to do around the area. And Seguin has a traditional downtown square with shops and places to eat. A lot of times you'll find our students floating the river, going to concerts in Austin, hiking and biking trails, going to Green for concerts at Green Hall. San Antonio, if you're not familiar, is one of the fastest growing cities. And we're really just 30 minutes from the Riverwalk. It's a very pretty area. A third of our students are athletes, competing in 18 men's and women's teams in NCAA Division III. And we have very successful programs. Our key attributes that we look for in athletes are character, academics, and athletics. So we're interested in the type of person you are, how you do in the classroom, as well as how you do on the field. Here's a list of some of our successes. 12 national championships, and our latest was our women's softball team in 2019 won the national title. And in 2018, our men's baseball team was the national runner-up at the World Series. Applying to TLU. So we have a holistic approach. We are going to look at the entire file and consider both all of your academic, social, and extracurricular activities. and your school is generally going to provide you the minimum requirements to get in. Your 3 ways to apply, directly on our site is the fastest way because the information filters directly to us. Apply Texas, where you can apply to multiple schools throughout the state. Common App is very similar, but you can apply to multiple schools that are also out of state. And what you will need is your application, writing sample, high school transcripts, and your official test scores. You do have the option of going test optional. And if you have been unable to take your test, or you're not happy with your score, you don't think that's reflective of your academic abilities, you have the ability to be test optional. This is a quick look at our costs. And these prices are all inclusive before you apply merit scholarships. And here's your big TLU promise. It's $20,000 per year for students with a 3.6 core GPA, or plus an 1100 SAT or 22 ACT. You have to have all of this. But if you do, you can qualify for at least $20,000 a year. So this is a very good scholarship. We also have other scholarships just beneath that, so don't panic if you don't quite hit that mark. There's also the academic excellence and the heritage. If you are Lutheran, there's additional scholarship opportunity there. If somebody from your family has graduated from here. Financial aid, FAFSA is now open. Our school code is listed here. If you're interested in TLU, highly recommend that you get your FAFSA filed and enter our school code. The faster you get us the information, the faster we can get your admissions offer back to you. And that is the end.
Thank you so much, Brian. And next we have DePauw University, Jacqueline.
Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen here. Hoping everyone can see that. Welcome. So for the next 6 minutes, we're going to talk about how to find your gold within at DePauw University. And hopefully everyone's doing good this morning. So who are we? We are a liberal arts university, and we're in a college town of Greencastle, Indiana. We're just hovering under 2,000 students. Right now, a little bit less than that, 1,972, because we have some of our students learning remotely because of COVID. We have a College of Liberal Arts, and we also have a School of Music on campus. You could see the right-hand slide shows some of our D3 athletic teams. A fun fact that I'm going to toss out is that 29% of our students participate in one of our D3 teams. So it's a great way to have a group of core friends when you're on campus and enjoy building leadership skills and also enjoy being an athlete. We have 20% first-generation students, which we're really proud of, 19% legacy students, and we have 39 states represented on our campus. So even though we're in a small college town in the Midwest, we have students from all over, and we also have a good number of international students too.
Jacqueline, you're not in present mode if you want to just
sorry.
make sure you're in there.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Great. Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry to interrupt.
That was very helpful. Now everyone can see my slides big. So I mentioned we have a College of Liberal Arts and also a School of Music. In our College of Liberal Arts, we have 49 majors and 56 minors. And if you look, we have a list here of the top majors. Economics, communications, computer science are always tend to be in the top. After this list was completed, we've been talking to a lot of students that are interested in global health. I have a feeling it's because of COVID, but that is probably right underneath the computer science now. A lot of our professors are getting really neat grants to do research, and it's attractive to students. Students are looking at that as a field. You could go into the medical end of that, or the communications or policy end too. So great opportunities in that major. We also have a School of Music, which has 4 tracks. Some are performance-based, some are education-based. And a really neat thing at DePauw is you could combine one of the liberal arts degrees with a music degree. So you get a little bit of both on a 5-year track, or you could take a music minor and add it to some of the liberal arts majors. So if you have a creative side to you, but you really want to go to med school, you could do a biology or global health major and also do a music minor. We have a new minor in musical theater. Our faculty is top notch. We're one of the oldest music schools in the nation. So you could take advantage of that while also studying in liberal arts. A big thing at DePauw University is outside the classroom learning. So we have a traditional fall and spring semester, but we also have a winter term in January and a May term at the end of the spring semester. These are month-long terms where students are able to do a condensed study abroad. They're able to come onto campus to do certain programs or different fast-track research projects, or you could just stay at home and be with your family, work a part-time job to earn some money. Those terms are whatever you want to make of it, and you have them every year you're at DePauw. Some of my friends have taken study abroads every single term, and they've gone to great places. In the picture here, you see a girl laying on the ground. She's actually participating in an EMT certification class. So a lot of our students that want to go to med school will do that during a winter term, so they have that EMT certification too. Research is huge on campus. We're only undergraduate. We do not have a grad school. So as a first-year student, you have research available, research opportunities available to you. The photo here shows a lot of science research in labs, but I had mentioned that Global Health has received a lot of grants. They're doing some more data-oriented research. Our political science professors are doing a lot of research tied to the election. So you don't have to be in a science lab. You could even be a School of Music student and be doing research. And our students love research. It's a big deal on campus. Also, study abroad. Our students love to study abroad too. Pre-COVID, right now, study abroad is a little bit on pause, but we're working on safe ways to start our study abroad programs again, hopefully in the spring. We have every nation you could think of. If there's a place you want to go, we'll have an advisor work with you to figure out an opportunity for you to study. Some are more institutional, where you're going with a DePauw professor. Some you might be studying at a different university in a different country. You could also do them during the winter and May terms too. So you could do a long semester, a short month. One other fun fact I want to toss out about study abroad is that some of our D3 athletic teams coordinate study abroads during the winter and the May term. Where they go, they study at a different university. They also play sports abroad too while they're studying against similar teams in different countries. I think it's really neat. And we also have internships. I'm going to say 99% of our students do an internship, maybe 2 or 3. We have a pretty strong alumni base that are eager to help students get internships and prepare for that next phase in life. At DePauw, we have honors programs and fellows programs. The honors program encompasses any major, and you'll be doing a thesis, you'll be taking undergraduate requirements, classes that are maybe at a higher level. All the academics are pretty high level at DePauw, but the honors program will just take you one more inch up on the caliber of academics. The fellows programs are more matched to your major. These will enhance what you're studying. So if you're into the environment, management, or communications, these are great options. Again, classes are a little more fast-paced. There's opportunities for thesis, research, interacting, and networking. The Management Fellows program is one of our oldest ones, and they place people in wonderful internship opportunities. We have a lot of stuff going on campus besides in the classroom, lots of opportunities to do fun clubs and activities and outcomes. We've got some great outcomes to brag about. 90% med school acceptance rate, 80% law school acceptance rate. So some really great success because our students put in the hard work. My last slide, and the most important one, how do you apply? We are on the Common App. We also have our own application, but Common App is what most students use. And I want to end to let you know that we are test optional. We were test optional last year. 26% of the students went test optional. We think that's going to be more towards 75% this year. I'm going to be available in the chat to answer any questions, and I will also, you can find me on the website, and also happy to schedule one-on-ones.
Thank you so much. And next we have Kimberly from Schreiner University.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Kimberly Apadula. I am Assistant Director of Admissions at Schreiner University. Let me just get my screen up here. Okay. So I just want to tell you a little bit about Schreiner University. We are located in New Jersey, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. So we are in the heart of the state. We're about a little over an hour from New York City and about 45 minutes from Philadelphia. We're also 15 minutes from Princeton, New Jersey. So you have a lot of access to these major cities for internships, job opportunities. We are a small to mid-sized private universities. We have just under 4,000 students. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and our average class size is 21. Even though we are a small private university, we do have over 70 majors to choose from, and they fall into undergraduate schools. So we have business, education, the arts, and liberal arts and sciences. So I definitely encourage you to take a look at our website after today to learn more about those and what you can do in those programs. We have a lot of students who double major. We have a lot of 5-year programs and a lot of pre-professional programs as well. So how do you become a Bronc? Some important dates to keep in mind. November 15th is our early action deadline. So if you apply by that date, you will have a decision from us by December 20th. You'll also receive early financial aid packaging if you file your FAFSA. The best part about our early action November 15th deadline is it's non-binding, so there's no strings attached if you apply by that date. It is also our deadline for our trustee scholarship, which is a full tuition scholarship, and I'll talk about that a little bit more on our next slide. This is also our deadline for students who are interested in musical theater. So we do have a pre-screen for anyone looking at our BFA in musical theater or our BA in theater with a musical theater concentration. So you do have to get your pre-screen in by November 15th. So make sure you take a look at our website for specific information on how to do that. January 15th is our preferred deadline for scholarship consideration. So if you feel more comfortable applying in the winter, you can apply by that January 15th date and still be considered for all of our merit scholarships outside of our trustee scholarship. And then February 1st is the FAFSA priority deadline, and May 1st is our deposit deadline to let us know if you're coming, if you have been admitted. The average GPA that we're looking at is a 3.4. We are a test optional school, and we have been that way for a few years. So it's up to you if you submit your scores to us if you'd like to. Our average is an 1100 for SAT and 23 for ACT. We have our own writer application that you can access through our website, and we also accept the common application. So whichever one you would like to submit to us, we will happily accept. We also require your high school transcript, your official transcript from the school, as well as any college transcripts that you may have, and at least one letter of recommendation. So we do require one letter of recommendation. If you'd like to submit more, you can do so. And then the essay that is part of the application. Also, by attending today's session, we do waive the application fee. It's a $50 fee, so I'm happy to do that for you. Some exciting things going on right now are our Lifting Barriers initiative, where we are opening up access to a valuable writer education to everyone. So we're lowering our tuition cost for the 2021-2022 academic year. So the total tuition will be $35,000, which is a 22% reduction in cost. We've also done some really exciting initiatives as part of this, reducing costs for winter and summer break to persist with graduation and help students with that. Our Career Development and Success Office has additional career coaches and enhanced technology for students. And also another really great thing is our Center for Diversity and Inclusion. We have a new facility this year that was created that makes it much more accessible to all students, and it ties in with our initiatives for our Rider Inclusive Excellence Plan that you can take a look at through our website. And then our Student Navigation Office that works with students on the transition from high school to college. These are the list of our scholarships that we offer. As I mentioned, we do offer a full tuition scholarship that is applied by November 15th. You do also need to have a 3.6 GPA and a 1310 SAT or 28 ACT if you are submitting your test scores, and we do super score. If you're not submitting test scores, a 3.7 GPA, excuse me. And then there is an additional required essay for that trustee consideration. And then we have a number of other scholarships that we offer to students that range from, they start at $11,000 and then go up to $20,000. 99% of our students receive financial aid assistance from Rider, whether that be merit or need-based or both. So we pride ourselves on making your college experience affordable. Some great ways to stay in connection with us after today are to definitely take a look at all of the virtual things that we're doing online. We do have tours. We're also starting to do in-person small tours on campus. So if you find yourself in New Jersey, definitely make sure you sign up for one of those. We also have virtual open houses happening, and you can follow us through social media. And then if you'd like to take a quick picture of this slide so that you can stay in touch with me after today, please do so. I'm happy to connect with you further and look forward to assisting you during your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kimberly. And next we have Andrew from Illinois Wesleyan University.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to learn a little bit more about IWU. Wish in normal circumstances I'd get a chance to talk with you at a college fair and enjoy some of that amazing food in the Houston area, and also, of course, take a swing by Buc-ee's, but you know, we're adapting to the times, and so glad you're going to get a chance to tune in to learn more about our wonderful campus, find out a little bit why we were recently ranked in the top 10 in job placement among schools, and college publications call us the hidden gem of the Midwest. So at Illinois Wesleyan, we are a smaller liberal arts university, deeply rooted in liberal arts, actually, and we are located about 2.5 hours south of Chicago. Got about 1,700 undergrads, and we are an undergrad school only. So if you're looking for amazing opportunities for graduate level research at the undergrad level, which is critical, of course, if you want to go on, especially to grad school, this is going to be a great place for you to consider. So one thing you're definitely not going to see at IWU, large stadium style seating, large classrooms. You're going to get very, very small classroom settings. Typically on average, our classroom size is about 16, 11-to-1 student teacher ratio across the board. So you get a lot less lecture and more discussion. And that's critical if you want to make sure you're engaging your faculty, your peers, getting your questions answered. All that is so essential at a small school like Illinois Wesleyan. Now, we are comprised of 3 major areas on our campus. First, our College of Fine Arts, our School of Theater Arts is incredible, nationally ranked musical theater program, BFA acting. So these are all areas that I get a lot of applicants from across the state of Texas for. We do have our School of Nursing, almost 2 decades of job placement. It is a direct admit BSN program. And then finally, our College of Liberal Arts contains the majority of our majors. We do have over 80 major minor combinations, everything from environmental studies to physics to psychology, and our renowned business programs, pre-med. We have so many different things. In fact, a lot of times I say that we think a lot like a large university or state school, but we don't act like them because we don't have tens of thousands of students, but all the resources and opportunities that you would come to expect from one of those larger schools. For diversity at our campus, we pride ourselves into a growing diverse student population. In fact, 2 of our last 3 classes were the most diverse in the history of our school. So we have about a third of our students on campus are students of color background. We even have an office devoted to diversity. It's called the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, or referred to a lot on campus as ODI. They do everything from a pre-orientation opportunity for our students of color to come in to make sure they have great resources and know that they have a great voice on campus, to our LGBTQ plus Latin graduations that we have for our students, multi-faith. We just have so many different ways for students to feel welcome to all backgrounds on campus, and of course, even different socioeconomic levels. We have a lot of first-gen students, over 30% in this last class, and students of high needs. So we always want to make sure that we can be a great fit for everyone and affordable for everyone as best we can as well too. The campus life on campus, again, resembles a lot of what you would expect from a larger university, just without the large population. For 120 different active student organizations. And I tell everyone all the time, if you don't see something on campus that you want, start it up. That's the best thing about a small school, that you can kind of take things into your own hands and run with them. We have our Greek life is very prominent on campus, 5 fraternities, 4 sororities. We have tons of campus events, big and small, theatrical productions, concerts. There's just so many different things going on around the campus. When you come in, we do have you live on campus for your first 3 years. Senior year is optional, but we do have your traditional community and suite style residence halls and 2 apartment style residence halls on campus, plus theme housing and Greek housing, all under that on-campus housing requirement. For financial aid, the good thing about it is over 95% of our students will receive some type of financial aid. We do give out generous merit scholarships for students that go up to $34,000 renewable each year. That is based on GPA and your ACT or SAT scores. However, we are test optional, so we are not going to shortchange any students that go the test optional route. Our average this past year was a 3.8 GPA, 27 ACT, 1210 SAT. So if you're at those averages or higher, if you apply, then the good thing about it is you will get an opportunity to receive a higher end scholarship. Speaking of applying, our app is free. It's always free. We have our own app, and also we're on the Common App. So we want to make sure that we make it a very convenient process for our freshmen to apply. So the early action period will be next month. If you apply, get everything in, we will look to get you in review and get you a decision in your scholarship. And then after that, we will be rolling admission through the next part of the spring. I do hope you will take some time to visit. We are doing virtual visits as well. Plus we have 2 open houses, one actually next week that's virtual, and then also another virtual open house next month. So if there's anything I can do to help in this process, feel free to reach out. My contact information is above on the top left part of your screen. Again, I am a regional rep. I do work with all the students from the Great Lone Star State. You can reach me at acestarnes@iwu.edu, or my number is 309-706-6524. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, for learning a little bit more, not only about IWU, but these great schools today. And I definitely hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And that was our last university presenting to us this morning. We have just a couple of minutes left if you want to type any questions into the Q&A box. You're welcome to do that now, or if you have any general questions you'd like to ask. And if we don't have any questions, then we'll go ahead and conclude. But thank you so much for joining us. When you close your window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd really appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And as I mentioned before, this is one of many sessions being offered this morning. So please sign up for additional sessions. And again, in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the others online at the same place where you registered for this. So thank you again for attending. Thank you so much to all of our university representatives for sharing with us some information about their respective institutions. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much.